There have been endless amounts of megawads put out over Doom's release, and some fan-made level packs have been included as official add-ons to Bethesda's 25th anniversary ports. One of these is Doom Zero, and I've heard people ring its praises, for good reason. Keep in mind that I've only played the first third of the WAD, and I haven't looked at anything past map 11, so consider this video more as a first impression rather than a comprehensive review. I think your first reaction to a piece of media is important, and in the case of Doom mods, an episode's worth of levels should be more than enough to determine whether you like something or not. That being said, I would be more than willing to go back to Doom Zero after completion to see whether my thoughts have shifted or anything. My thoughts so far after completing the first third of the WAD is very positive. I'm pretty out of the loop when it comes to fan megawads, and I'm not very acclimated to the challenge that they present, so when I was playing Doom Zero, it took me a while to adjust to the difficulty. The first level in Doom Zero is standard UAC tech-based stuff, and it's pretty good. However, the twist of the map comes in when you have to choose between one of the keys. When you pick up a key, all of the other keys are locked from the player, and in level 1, there are multiple branching paths to explore. This is brilliant, and right out of the gate, it makes players want to replay the level to uncover everything. Map 2, Toxic Towers, brings the puzzle elements into the forefront, and this is one of the major selling points of Doom Zero. This might turn some players off, but I welcomed it, and I found Doom Zero to be very creative with its puzzle level design. In map 3, you will notice Doom Zero's obsession with putting cacodemons around the place to best fuck over the player. As long as they are being used effectively and correctly, I have no problem with map makers potentially overusing certain monsters. I mean, I love Plutonia, and that megawad has like 1,000 revenants and chain gunners in it. I think this map looks great, and I love the marble texturing coupled with the washed out water on the ground. Map 5 might be the best map I've played in this megawad so far, with the highlight being this outside lava area. You have to deal with an archvile straight away who is hard to hit with him being lowered inside the lava pit below. A couple of chain gunners are also there, but once you flick the switch, everything else comes out to play. Lots of hit scanners, and imps attacking you with fireballs. What I naturally thought of doing was to retreat back to this wall of cover, but cacodemons seep in to try and ambush you. This is excellent design, it predicts what players are going to do, and it forces players to get out of hiding. All of the monsters in this little combat scenario counter the player, and this great monster use continues in Doom Zero. Map 6, Echo Halls, is just a straight up brawl with the monsters, and it's a very nice palette cleanser. This is another map where you choose which key you want, and that determines what loadout you get to help you clear out the demons. Choosing the invincibility and rocket launcher combo is probably the best way to go for pistol starters. The double archvile surprise right at the very end of this level is awesome, and map 6 is very short and sweet. When I first played the following level, I was a little let down, but on subsequent playthroughs, I've really grown to enjoy map 7, Claustrophobia. This level features a nice Hell Knight teleporter trap, and that general idea is sprinkled in Doom Zero quite a lot. Of course, there's an obligatory tight corridor filled with specters, which kinda bogs down the pacing, but it's not a huge deal. There is another teleporter section, but this time with the lethal combination of chain gunners and archviles, and just for good measure, there's another disappearing archvile in the level exit room. Map 7 is a solid level, and it gets the job done. If you thought Claustrophobia was a little underwhelming, well, Map 8 is absolutely fantastic, and will definitely get you excited. Module Base is a giant love letter to classic Doom maps, and it's all tied together using the same gimmick as Tricks and Traps. While I'm not a huge fan of Tricks and Traps from Doom 2, I've always appreciated its layout, and ever since, that has been expanded and refined with fan-made megawads. Module Base is no exception, and each door houses a reimagined version of a classic Doom level. The player has to traverse through them and figure out the puzzles in each room. The puzzle element in Doom Zero is awesome, and while there have been megawads that have been puzzle focused, I think Doom Zero strikes a really good balance. This This WOD also redesigned how the switches work so that you are never unsure of which switch does what again. On top of this, there is one texture only for shootable switches, and this is a great touch. Since Doom Zero is so puzzle focused, I think these updates were necessary to keep players engaged and for them to clearly understand what is presented to them in the levels. Map 9 will take you a little while on your first playthrough to finish, and it reminds me of Administration Center from TNT Evolution for some reason, which isn't a good sign by the way, but I think Ancient Archives is still a great map. There are lots of tricky little encounters for the player to navigate, and I like the library design. Map 10 features a great concept, with you having to go through each portal and flick their respective switches, all while facing off against each area's monsters and challenges, but this level overstays its welcome. Again, this has a cool idea, but I feel like it drags on for a bit too long, and towards the end, I was thankful that it was over. That is all I have played so far of Doom Zero, and I really liked it. I don't go out of my way too much to play these fan-made megawads, so it was interesting to see the almost 30-year developments of Doom maps. What I find impressive about Doom Zero is how it's 100% compatible with vanilla Doom, considering how intricate the levels are. Doom Zero was made in 2 years or so, and it feels like a true labour of love, and this was released around the time of Doom 2's 25th anniversary. The word I have always come back to when trying to describe Doom Zero is clever. This is a clever WOD made by a person who seems to know exactly what he's doing. The branching paths in certain levels are ingenious, and this was a perfect way to open the megawad. Most of the maps have a great look to them, and apparently there are even new enemy types that I haven't even come across yet. This could have just been a very good but standard megawad, but no, the creator went the extra mile to add new enemies as well as new sound effects. The Kako demons now have a hissing sound, and the plasma rifle also has its sound adjusted, along with its sprite being swapped for some reason. Doom Zero feels very new and fresh, but I appreciate how it pays homage to the old at points using intentionally familiar layouts. Map 8 is the prime example of what I'm talking about here. If you want me to give Doom Zero a proper comb over with me discussing all of the levels, then please leave me a comment below asking to do just that. I would also love to know your own thoughts on this megawad, as I was personally delighted with it. Doom Zero is fresh, it has its own identity, and it earns every callback it makes to classic Doom. It's no wonder why Bethesda picked this up to be an official add-on for their ports, and whatever you think of Bethesda as a company, you cannot deny that this was an awesome thing to do. I appreciate Bethesda and id Software giving these fan-made megawads the official stamp of approval, and I think this encourages newer fans to explore the Doom modding community more, and even try out making custom levels. Doom Zero is innovative and excellent. Please go play it on whichever platform you play Doom on, and I thank you for watching.
Man's right to know, contemplate that as these hands write the flow. It ain't done yet, he lets you know some of the results come sunset.